Welcome to Channel Today in History. In today's video we will talk about the day, November 15, 1889, Proclamation of the Republic. The Proclamation of the Republic in Brazil took place on November 15, 1889, headed by Marshal Deodoro da Fonseca, 1827 to 1892, who became the first president of Brazil. The event represented the end of the constitutional monarchy and the beginning of the Republican era, establishing the presidential regime in Brazil. At the end of the 19th century, part of the elite was unhappy with the reign of Dom Pedro II, 1825 to 1891. The military felt discredited since the Paraguayan War. They asked for a salary increase and more participation in the government. Several military personnel also supported positivism, both in its religious and philosophical versions. Farmers, on the other hand, after the enactment of laws in favor of gradual abolition, and without compensation, were increasingly unhappy. Farmers in the west of São Paulo demanded more autonomy and political participation. In 1888, with the abolition of slavery in Brazil, the former slave owners turned against Dom Pedro II, since this fact led to an increase in the costs of coffee production. The coup on November 15, 1889. On November 15, 1889, a group of soldiers, including Benjamin Constant, 1836–91, prepared a military uprising. To lead them, they chose Marshal Deodoro da Fonseca, the main head of the Brazilian army. However, as Deodoro was a friend of the emperor, he is told that they are going to overthrow the office of the Visconde de Ouro Preto. The troops meet in Campo de Santana, in the center of Rio de Janeiro, and Marshal Deodoro, ill at the time, overthrows the office of Visconde de Ouro Preto, 1836–1912. At that time, the Republic had not been proclaimed. Only later, with Deodoro already back at home, did several politicians insist that he sign a document declaring the extinction of the monarchy. They claimed that the emperor would nominate the politician Silveira Martins, 1835–1901, in place of the Visconde de Ouro Preto. As Silveira Martins was a former enemy of Marshal Deodoro, he signs the motion of the Republic and becomes the head of the provisional government. With that, the proclamation of the Republic represented the end of the Brazil Empire that had lasted about 70 years. As for Dom Pedro II and his family, they were banned from Brazil and sailed to Europe at dawn on November 17. The population would only find out about these events later. Dom Pedro II did not want to call his allies to avoid a civil war in Brazil. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.